Just killed it.
We made the decision to play Thiago. But Klopp doesn't change the system since Blueback left. You don't want to change from the 4-3.
Ooh-wee! Aye, it's good to be back, man. Big up, everyone. What's going on, people? We're back again after a little break, a hiatus after this terrible season. We're back again on the Jerry James Show. And I said to myself, look, I don't really want to come back with the usual spiel everyone's given. Let's just be honest, man. People are just repeating themselves. They're getting over and over again about the same brother. People are getting excited. And come on, like, this community, we're not like that. We want the real stuff. So I let all the people speculate on what's going on with McAllister. We spoke about McAllister 3 weeks ago. But guess what, people? It's loaded, man. He's been spotted at Anfield. Sorry, not Anfield, at AXA. Sneaking in for a medical. Fans trying to get signatures for his t-shirt. It's crazy. But 35 M's, people. We knew this was going to happen. Or likely to happen. But 35 M's. That is brazy. And you know, just for that, I need 350 likes. Probably not going to go and get it, but I need 350 likes for the 35 M's that was slapped on. Make sure that we're all smashing the like, people. Please make sure we're smashing the like. Make sure if you're new to the channel, you're subscribing. And yeah, before I get into the people in the chat, Ish, what's going on, man? Chat to me. Matt 10.
I can't lie, bro. I can't lie. I'm a bit gassed. This is a good signing. This kind of feels like the old signings we used to make with Michael Edwards, where I know there's been a bit of talk, but we kind of just woke up and the deal was done. Then we're hearing, first of all, 70 M's, then 50 M's, then 40 M's. Now I'm hearing the deals cost 35 M's as well. So it's a good bit of business. But listen, I'm gassed, but I want more in it. I want more. Because it's a cheap deal, I expect big things now. I expect very big things. But on this one alone, yeah, it's a good deal.
I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, people. I feel sorry for Brighton, man. I feel sorry for Brighton because ultimately they've been bumped. They've been absolutely bumped. Big up to Kevin Pawan, and we're going to get into it saying, look, what kind of Death Jam comedy is Schmatka giving to these prices? Big up to Ish for that one. It's a schmad thing. If he was involved in this deal, it's a schmad thing. It's brazy. It's absolutely crazy, man. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not like hell-bent over. I don't think he's like a amazing, like, get me off my seat type of signing. Not at all. But I think 2 points that he addresses. A, he addresses the midfield situation straight away. And B, we're getting him for a cut deal, which means, obviously, and we're going to discuss this later on in the show. What impact does that have for the next signings we go and get? Because that opens up a lot of money. When we were talking about McAllister, a lot of us did kind of estimate minimum 50 million. Minimum.
Facts.
35 million. That opens up some space for a centre-back. Maybe someone else. It's interesting, man. It's interesting.
You need all of that. It can't just be a thing where it's, we got McAllister. Because we've done this last year. Let's not forget, I know I said before I'm gassed, but before we get too excited, if we go back to last summer, Darwin was done around the same time. Got Darwin done nice and early. I thought, yo, cool. Darwin's through the door. Then there's going to be a midfielder. There might be like a winger. But I thought there's definitely more stuff coming. Eventually, we got Darwin, my man, whose name I can't even remember, Calvin Ramsey, and Arthur on deadline day. That's all we got. So I don't want us to just come in now, go in hard and fast, pause, and then just do nothing for the rest of the window. Like I expect more. I expect more signings now. I expect them quickly. But I don't know, man. What are you saying in this signing? Because I know you weren't too gassed about McAllister, but for the piece, I think it's an amazing deal. It's an amazing deal.
Yeah, look, it's a very good deal. It's a very, very good deal. As I reiterate, look, I haven't watched every single game with him, so it's difficult to go and analyze. I've watched some of the big games, and obviously the games he's played up against Liverpool, and I wasn't that amazed about what he did, right? But let's be honest, Gini Wijnaldum, although I had watched him a bit at PSV, I didn't watch Newcastle every single game of Newcastle's, right? And we saw how good or how important of a player he became at Liverpool. So to get him for that price as well, from a team that ultimately is our rival at the moment in terms of league standings, to go and snatch it a 35 M's off a rival, that's a massive, massive deal. And look, we've got to give props. People want to talk about FSG and stuff. You've got to go and give them props, especially the people that are trying to convince everyone that, McAllister's the next best thing since sliced bread. He's better than Jude Bellingham and everything. We have to go and convince these, man. We have to. But look, I need to get into the comments. I haven't chatted to the comments in a long time. I hope you're all doing well. We've got Endsman TV in the building saying, big up, bro. Have a great stream. Big up to Ends. We've got Ravi in the building. We've got Captain Sal. Big up to Captain Sal. We've got Jonathan as well saying, let's go. We've got Abdus in the building. We've got Anfield Road End saying, look, I'm at work on the phones taking calls. We'll have to watch your show back. Big up to you two. Facts, you can watch us back. And guess what? From next season, we're actually going to be on Spotify and Amazon Music and all other streaming platforms. So you're going to be able to get your dose even when in the office. So it's incredible, man. We've got Kevin Pawan. Big up to yourself. We've got Honesty in the building saying, Klopp said, I'll be busy on the phone this summer. This is a great start. Now get me Kone, Turam and Tete for 10 mil and Indika on a free. Then I'm Gucci. That'd be a solid window. It would. We've got Christy. Big up to Christy. Saying Fabrizio Romano, Jude Bellingham to Real Madrid. Here we go. Agreement in place with Borussia Dortmund. It's a done deal. Yeah. We might as well just touch on this quickly because obviously this is the main sign and everyone's like, hey Jude. The hashtag was hey Jude. It's looking like bye Jude, man. It's confirmed. Man's gone. And the maddest thing is that I thought it would have been like 150 million. They're saying just over 100 million euros. So you're talking what? 98 million pound, 95 million pound. It's not the biggest deal. I thought it would have been more, man.
You know what it is, yeah. It's an L. It's an L. Not because Bellingham is the savior of football, and not because signing him would have changed all our problems, but the way Klopp and Trent and Henderson and Gerrard and the fan base were twerking for this guy for so long, it's an L not to get him. And it's an L as well, like you said, when you think about the fee, because I thought it was going to be way more than that. But listen, if the club didn't think the numbers were adding up, then we got to live by the sword, die by the sword, like that. But we need more signings. That if Bellingham's going to go and we're going to get McAllister for this little money, then I need to know that there's really stuff going on. But we'll see in it. We'll see it. Mark A just saying now, obviously Bellingham, I think, is having knee surgery this summer, so I don't know if the club will try to spin like a little fakir thing and say, "Oh, you had this underlying injury. That's why we."
Them ones, yeah.
James Pierce is loading up the Athletic article in about 2 weeks' time, like the real reason Bellingham didn't play. But listen, we are focusing on our team now. I'm just happy as well. I don't have to hear this guy's name said ever again in that kind of instance, unless he spends a few years at Madrid and it don't work out. But I was getting.
Then we're getting a reject, man. Then we're getting a reject if it don't work out.
Exactly. Same way we've been linked with Tchouameni this summer. I'm like, nah. If you say you don't want us, then hold tight to you in it. But on the Bellingham thing, it was getting boring. So I'm just glad it's done now. He's going to hold up the Madrid shirt. He's going to be doing little kick-ups on the Bernabeu. I wish him all the best, bro. I wish him all the best. But yeah, we better just see what's happening for us.
Ravi saying, hashtag Big Mac saying, question, how does McAllister work with the older players like Hendo and Fab and Thiago? What do you mean, how does he work?
Yeah, he work with Hendo.
He don't work with them, bro. He don't work with them. He takes their role, bro. He takes their job. He don't work with them.
Stay away from my man, innit? I don't even want to see you naming the rondos, bro. Just let him.
I don't want to state any names, but you see, like my man from this morning. That's had to be he's an older guy. He's had to be relieved, bro. It's the same way, bro. Certain players have to be relieved of their work, and you got to bring someone in it. And we've brought in Mac 10, so that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. We've got Jude Bellingham saying they're announcing McAllister through McDonald's. He's getting his own burger, the McAllister. Jesus, maybe so. I'm actually interested to go and see how they're going to actually go and do this. Mark A saying Jude with those knee issues under a Jurgen Klopp would be disastrous. Facts, but the twerking wouldn't have made you wouldn't have thought so with that twerking, man. You wouldn't have thought so. We got RJ saying JJG Rex Kurdish Hassam. Last night, amazing the way you all got to flash out your opinions and nobody called each other names or a fake fan for having different views. Facts. I agree. Look, big up to that show. The maddest thing is, and I'm going to actually put it out here, yeah. This is a little download. It's a bit of a cop out. It's a bit of a cop out. That was a bit of a cop out, that show. Reason being, this chat weren't happening when we were 8th and 9th. The chat was we're having the chat when we're talking about McAllister signing. Do you know what I mean? So from that perspective, like, people would have thought that I'm out here screaming at the top of my lungs like, no, this bread has got to get out. I'm not saying anything anymore. If you ask me my opinion, I'll obviously express it in terms of why. But
Yeah.
I'm not in the right position to go and say anything when we're signing players, isn't it? Like, it's like,
they start sounding like flipping like league judges and them, man. But like league gunner even. If you just start starting all the time for not for no reason, but we finished 5th in it. We had the okayish end to the season. We weren't getting slapped. Like, we stopped getting slapped up in it. We kind of finished the season on all right form. We started the window well. There's not too much right now to complain about, but as Liverpool fans, we've got this, or as a club, we've got this kind of tendency to do one good thing and then do two shit things afterwards. So now we signed McAllister. I need to see what's next for me to keep this energy, but we're doing all right now. We're doing all right. The window started well. No one else has really signed anyone, so we can't complain too much. But let's not think that everything's all good. And the season, we had a great season. The season was still like a 3 out of 10. I'd give it 3, 4 out of 10. So you got work to do, man. You got work to do.
100%, man. 100%. It's the first step, but a very good step. Captain Sar saying, thank God Jude is gone, the most overrated player of this generation. Honestly saying, look, I ain't even mad on the Jude thing, because if we go and rebuild our midfield, who would be mad? Facts. We've got Jude Bellingham saying, by the time LFC finishes their rebuild, Salah will be finished and the cycle will have to start again, isn't it? That's the scary thing, man. That's the scary thing. If we're not diligent in how we rebuild, this rebuild won't be including 2 seconds. Jesus, I was going to get caught at work. It won't be including Salah, Virgil. I mean, certain players won't be included in this rebuild. We're a completely different team. So we've got to make sure that, do you know what I mean? This club's steady. We've got one signing. Don't allow the club to spin a narrative about, we tried to do everything, but it's just going to be McAllister coming in and we're going to promote Morton. That's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough. And yeah, Ish's face is already twisting up and everything. So we know what that would mean, man. We've got the red pill. We've got the red pill saying, hit that like. Yeah, guys, please make sure we're slapping the likes. There's 30 people in the building. I need 30 likes minimum. 31, actually 32, actually, because myself and Ish are actually on stream. So make sure we're smashing that like. Speaking about McAllister then, man, how the hell, like, why is this? Why would Brighton even have this release clause inserted? Like, I'm struggling to understand why a team like that would see the situation with Caicedo, offer him a new deal, but not offer someone that was probably equally as important in the midfield a deal to nullify that kind of release clause, or the ability for a team such as Liverpool to come and snatch up one of their best players on the cheap.
I think I was reading that they offered improved terms in it, but they took that McAllister and his people turned it down. So on that part, I don't know if the club contacted him back during the World Cup and was like, listen, we got this move lined up in the summer. I know there was talk of him and Caicedo leaving in Jan, but they kind of convinced him to stay the rest of the season. So I don't think it's for me. Brighton probably had that clause in a time where, let's not forget, McAllister didn't even make the best start to Brighton. There was even talking about, like, is he really going to cut in the Prem? He's been there 3.5 years, I think. He enjoyed 2020. So he's been there a while, and it's only really the last 18 months, I'd say, maybe towards the end of last season and all of this season where he started to look like a player. So from their point of view, at the time, they probably thought 35 M's. I don't even know how much they signed him for. I'm guessing it was around 10, maybe even less than that. So for them at the time, that's doubling, tripling the fee that they brought him in for. But for us, it's good scouting in it, or good, like, sort of business sense to kind of get in there early before other teams, because I know the market for centre midfielders this summer's looking kind of brazy. You see him, Jude, go for 100, Rice going to go for about the same as well. So for us to sweep in there, I don't know how we did it, but he did it, innit? He did it. This is kind of sounding like old Liverpool. Someone in the chat even saying he signed for 7 M's. So they've got 5 times what they paid for him. So it's not the worst business when you look at it like that. But
it's not. Yeah, but it's not. Apologies for that. It's not. At the same time, though, Ish, if you're a businessman and you know you can make 50 million, even 50. Look, Liverpool would have signed for 50 million, I feel.
Bro, listen, when 70 was going around, I was like, you know what? Just get him in it. Just get him. Because I'm looking at the market right now. Looking at the market right now, Rice is going for 100. Caicedo's going to go for probably around 80. There's not really too many. Enzo came in for about 120. There's not really too many top quality midfielders. So I thought 70, yeah, go and get him. But 35 is a madness. I'm struggling to think of how we managed to go in there seemingly unopposed. It doesn't seem like any other teams are in for it.
Do you think this 35 is like, and this is the people in the chat as well, make sure we're smashing a like as well. Do we feel that 35 is in installments as well?
Bro, anyhow I hear like a little 5
like
million
a 5 mil per year.
In that case, I need to see some real movements in this summer window. Real movements. I said it before. Last year we done the same thing, brought in Darwin nice and early. I was like, yeah, we're gonna be on smoke, but we just didn't do anything. So it's the next signing now. I'm hearing that we're already trying to get the Thuram deal done pretty soon. We're in contact with Nice and that. So it's hard to get gassed. It's hard to get too gassed about everything else. Like I'm gassed about McAllister because I rate him quite highly, but I need to see what's next in it. I need to see what's next.
Yeah, for me, I'd love a situation where, Fred, back to the olden days where there's 4 signings and they're all holding one tee. Like you just get them in a package. I'd love to go and see that. Like, yeah, you got Thuram, Kone, and McAllister all holding that jersey. Like, yeah, we've signed or holding a little scarf. Like with a baggy, the baggy trousers are in fashion now as well.
Yeah. Also, I'm seeing some of these drip videos of Thuram and Kone, bro. We need a couple ballers like that. We ain't really got the streets like that. Obviously, I think Pacetic dropped some pics today of his little trip. He's coming quite clean with his drip and that, but our team's a bit dry, man.
What's his drip saying?
He's got the Spanish drip, kind of like a bit Zara kind of vibe. But our kit launch video was dead, bruv. Our kit launch video was absolutely dead. Like if we can get a bit of sauce on our team, I'll be happy with that. I'll be very. I don't know what Klopp said on that one, but yeah, I'll like that still.
Just to go and show you guys as well. Hold on, where is this? Is it not downloading? The maddest thing is I don't even know how to use all this shit anymore, man. All right, cool. Won't work. I wanted to go and hold on. Surely I can save this now. That's never gonna work like that. Anyway, what I wanted to upload is I don't know if you guys I don't know if you've seen Ish, but he's been spotted, man. He's been spotted.
Oh yeah. Trying to hide that.
Yeah, let's.
I'm thinking we might see the video tonight.
Yeah, 6 p.m. I think.
You reckon? Yeah,
I say 6 p.m. We're gonna go there. Can you guys see that? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's the first one. Hold on.
Why has my man got a shirt on backwards? He's trying to get a signature.
That's what I'm trying to find out. I don't know what the hell.
These men are mad, These men are mad.
You can see there, spotted there. I don't know. Maybe he's got Mac 10 already. He looks like the JD bag got signed, which is brazy. I can't even zoom in, but it looks like his JD bag got signed. So I don't know what happened there. And as you can see there, McAllister being rushed in to get that medical done ASAP. So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's more or less confirmed.
Another just quickly, touch me because I know what our track record is like. But I saw the other day he's only missed 3 games in 3 seasons. That's the kind of availability I'm trying to see. That's the kind of.
But how many games has he played in those seasons? Because in the last 3 seasons,
I know this season he was a bit in and out. I actually deep to the stats a bit this season. He didn't play as many games as I thought. I don't know if it's because obviously they brought in my man. Was it Nkiso? He started balling out as well. So I don't know if it's something to do with that. Maybe his head was getting turned since the World Cup, but he's not played as many games as I thought.
It was crazy though. At the start of the season, he wasn't even starting like that. Do you know who was starting?
Lallana. Lallana was playing 10.
Lallana and who else in midfield though?
Oh, not Gross. There was the other one, isn't it?
No, the one that's retired now. What's his name, man? Mwepu.
Oh shit! Yeah, was that this season?
That was this season.
Fucking hell, man. Bro,
So McAllister weren't even starting like that. So at the beginning of the season, he weren't looking like.
when you look at it, Brighton's midfield is actually like low key quite certain. Like they've had this season, I'd say their midfield is easily better than us.
Oh yeah,
Easily better.
That's not a debate. It's not a debate.
Probably better than you could argue United as well. Maybe barring Casemiro, because if you look at the depth,
Yeah.
I'd actually think Brighton have got decent depth. When you look at United, if Casemiro doesn't play, you're looking at McFred instantly. So it's like drop off is kind of crazy. So like this, if he didn't start every game for Brighton, obviously we're a bigger club, but it's not the worst. It's not like he was playing like with absolute scrubs ahead of him.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, it's not too bad, but he's an instant starter for us. Let's not beat around the bush. Certain man need to start finding a new club, I think, because if you check it, if we're signing, I know we let 3 midfielders go, but if he signed the reported 3 midfielders we're trying to sign, I think that takes us up to 10, 11 with people coming back from loan as well. So it's looking spooky for certain guys. It is,
man. It is. What's actually mad and which is actually mad spooky, but kind of ties in with this kind of bargain that we've got for McAllister. Another bargain that I know a lot of people probably say no, but as I don't know if you've heard in the last hour or so, Kante.
Nah, man. Nah, not for me, bro. Do you know what it is? It's the injuries as well. We'll be signing like Thiago 2.0 in terms of
but
on their day they're 30, but bro, he's barely kicked a ball this season.
That's true, but I just can't help but think how the hell have the Saudi teams been able? Zaha apparently is almost done.
He's what I would be done. He's what I would be.
Benzema's done. They're gonna grab a lot more players.
Yeah, but you know the bread they're offering these guys, bro. We can't even compete with like.
No, you can't. 100 million a year now.
Bro, like it's like, and I will not hear a bad word about these men going to collect the bag because let's face it, all of them are pretty much past their peak. That even if they're not past their peak, they're all around the 30 marks. They're looking at their last big payday. Bro, go and collect the bag. Are you trying to tell me that anyone in this chat would turn down that sort of mad sums of money to go and play in Saudi Arabia, bro? Off season in Dubai and that, and then you're just in there as well. Like I'm there, innit? I'm there. I don't know about you, but I'm there. If I'm 30, I'm gone. I'm gone.
Mark saying someone's getting fired at Brighton. Facts. Someone's messed up somewhere, man. That's
didn't read clause 5.8 in that, man. Someone missed a small print because that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Captain Sal was saying, pay whatever it takes to get him. He was on Ish's vibe. We've got Honestly saying, question, why don't no one like Tyler Morton? I'm going to be honest, I've never seen him play, but people said he's decent on loan. So is he good, mid, or trash? Underwhelming is the word. Underwhelming. I mean, let's be honest, for him to go and play in Liverpool's midfield against, was it AC Milan? Or is it Inter? I think it was AC last couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
When a couple of seasons ago, he went and came in as a teenager, done that, actually played at was it Tottenham Hotspur's ground?
Yeah.
I think it was against Tottenham at White Hart Lane. Yeah, you've got to rate him, man. You've got to rate him in regards to he can play. Is he going to change Liverpool's fortunes though? That's where the question is. And I just think in terms of like his build and stuff, when I saw him last, he was on that popcorn diet, that popcorn iron brew and refresher sweet diet. And it just weren't great, man. His physique weren't looking great, especially in the type of game he wanted to go and play. And he wasn't as technical as Bajcetic. That was the problem for me as well. But
even because he was on loan at Blackburn last season, isn't it?
As centre back, yeah.
They weren't blown away by him. I think he had some good games, some all right games. But you look at like when Harvey Elliott went there, absolutely tore up, double figures goals and assists. And then you were looking at him and he doesn't look like. You can argue whether he's at the level for Liverpool or not. Let's just put it like that. But he was bad enough in the Championship. So my point is, if he's going down a level and he's not even like really getting that much flowers, then for me it kind of tells you all you need to know. But we'll see this season. But I'm not hanging my hat on flipping a Don that's just been at Blackburn all season. So if we move him on, I'm not going to lose no sleep over it.
Yeah, I hear you. Jude saying, sign James Ward-Prowse, Ivan Toney, and win the Europa League plus top 4. Change that top 4 for winning the league, man. Winning the league at no cost. That's the only thing that's gonna that's going to wipe the slate clean for me with this German. I'm going to be honest, man. And I'm not talking about Schmacker. Honestly saying, Mandem, remember last time you bought a lot of players, a lot also left. Yeah, but a lot have left. Bellingham, Chamberlain, Naby Keita,
Milner.
Simicast
looks like he's going.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, do you not see he was crying after the last game?
Yeah, I saw him, man. Players always crying.
To be honest, like it's like Harvey, they're fans, isn't it? So I kind of give them not a blight, but
what is he a fan?
Bro, he calls himself the Greek Scouse and that. Apparently, he used to watch Liverpool with his dad and that back in Greece when he was younger. He lives for all of that, but I like you as a person more than the player. Let's put it like that. Like you seem like a cool guy in it, but come on, man. If you got to move on, you got to move on.
Jude saying Tony's ban is only till January 2024. Interesting. Kevin, interesting, isn't it? I'll take it. I'm convinced Schmacker was doing "you laugh, you lose 15 mil" during the season. Imagine that. Ravi saying Ish looking for that Icona hot sauce. What?
I think that's about me saying that Kone and Tony bring the sauce.
Okay, like Flame. Yeah, I hear you. Mineral saying Jerry mate would take Rice to replace Fabinho. I would do that. I would take Rice 100%. I would definitely take Rice, man. Definitely. Ravi saying Ish, don't tell me you don't wear your clothes back to front like crisscross as well. Rah. He's saying you're like the Liverpool fan that was wearing his shirt back to. He's saying crisscross. Jump, crisscross. I'm making jump. Daddy Mac can make it. That was a banger, you know. That was a banger. Louis Las Vegas saying 35 M's in this current crazy market. He could go for double that. Good start to the window. Now on to the next. Facts. Big up to yourself, Louis Las Vegas. Hope you're doing well. Mark K saying, you think he gets the number 10 shirt? I'm going to throw this one at Ish.
Yeah, I think so. Apparently, he loves the number 10 in it. I think he I don't know if he had it in his first season at Brighton, but then I think he was like really after it. I think it might mean something special to him. So yeah, he's worthy of the 10. I'd rather that than give it to like a Curtis Jones or a Harvey Elliott or something like that. So yeah, he can hold that 10.
You think Curtis Jones is going to get number 8?
I can see it in it. I can see it.
I'm going to say that. I can see that as well, which is crazy.
They're right at the 17 first, isn't it? Which he's got now.
Yeah.
So I can try to spin that.
You know what?
It's better to give it to him than to give it to like a fresh signing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got the 8 on him straight away. If we saw what happened to Naby, so yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that.
I agree. We've got Captain Sal saying no to Kante. We've got Kai saying, I can't lie, I think McAllister will flop because of this manager and his tactics. At 35 M's, that's decent for a flop though, man.
But I don't know how many flops Jurgen Klopp's got in him. Let's just put it like that.
No, I hear you, but that's not. I don't care about that. At that point, like you said, he's got his sword now, innit? He down that sword.
Yeah.
He's chosen his weapon of choice. This is his weapon now. So, bruv, if I said to you, Ish, yeah, bruv, we're linking up after school, but I'm coming to fight and I'm bringing like my weapon. Mm-hmm. If I bring a knife and you decide to bring like, I don't know, like a stick, bruv. Yeah, like, bruv, if you better beat me with that stick then, innit? You better do. You've had your choice, bruv. You've had the same amount of time to prepare. We knew what the deal was.
I hear it. For me, the money, I've always said in football is it's not my money. I don't really care in it. Obviously, Liverpool fans, you've got to think a bit differently because of how FSG move. But the only way it can flop is not down to the price. It's down to performance, innit? If he doesn't play well, it's a flop. If he plays well, it's good business either way. But I just think that you look at the quality of the rest of our midfield, he's easily better than all of our midfielders, maybe bar Thiago at the best. So it's win-win. He takes us up a level. So what level, I don't know, but he at least takes us up from the level we're at now. That's all. From every side, and that's all you can ask, either to challenge or to raise the level of the starters, and he's doing that. So
facts, I agree, man. We've got RJ saying McAllister played 40 games, usually 90 minutes. he's played all season. He was playing DM. Did you guys not watch Brighton? We did, but it was.
He played 40.
but
I don't think he played 40 games this
No,
season.
he didn't. And Rambar. So in the midfield, what was it? Because Pascal Gross played every game. Pascal Gross plays every game. That Lallana played.
What even happened? Actually? What even happened? What even happened? He played. He started the season at 10, then got moved to DM. He's been moving between the two all season, isn't it? So he's either been filling in. He'll play in a double pivot with Caicedo, or he'll play in the 10, and someone else will play in the 6. So he's played between the two, but I don't even know if he's played 40 games. Maybe in all comp, but he definitely ain't played nearly all the games in the league. Let me have a look.
Yeah, have a look. Whilst you're doing that, I'll go through some of the comments. Abdus saying Kante deserves the big bag. He definitely does, man. He definitely does. So good, man. Humble beginnings as well. That's what I rate about him. Ravi saying issues going Saudi as well. Saying you're touching Saudi, man. Saying,
listen, if they offered me anywhere near that, I'm gone, bro. I'm gone.
They're offering you 100 million to live in Saudi and do equalizer post for the Saudi team.
I will be at Heathrow tomorrow morning, bro. I'll be there tomorrow morning. You don't even need to ask me twice. I'm there.
Hey. Big up to John in the building saying in the gym tuning in. Big up Jerry. Big up Ish Hardy. Big up the chat. They're calling you Ish Hardy now. Is that what we're saying? Imprinted on the leg now.
John knows about the Hardy boys and that. Bro, legends.
Hey, that was a crazy. The entrance is crazy, man. I remember I used to get in trouble in school for doing that.
Bro,
I used to go in the classroom and go like,
I had the bunk bed. Like my cousin received hella elbow drops, leg drops. Man was doing all sorts of madness growing up because of the Hardy boys, man. That's my goats right there.
We got Captain Sal saying, "Give me the bag, and I'll be a die-hard supporter for them." We got Honesty saying the game has lost a legend in Zlatan. Even he played for the Ops. Even though even that he played for the Ops, he's still a legend. Facts. Zlatan for me, yeah, ultimate baller. When you're talking about ballers, Joga Benito, Zlatan.
Wow.
Like, bear in mind, he was on the same level as Ronaldo. Like they were doing the him versus him, the Joga Benito thing. The difference is Ronaldo just took it to another level in terms of just amount of goals he was getting. Don't sleep on Ibra, man. Don't sleep on Ibra. Remember the overhead kick he done against England?
Bro, from about 40 yards out. This guy, yeah, I remember the video of him at Ajax scoring a mad goal. He sits down like 3 dons and he was at Ajax like what, late 90s, early 90s. This was like viral before I even knew what viral was. Zlatan is a bad boy striker, bro. Bad boy striker. People forget as well when he was younger, blistering pace as well to go with it. Touch, mad touch. 6'4" as well. Like,
and he could do everything. That's what it is. He can do everything. He's got the touch. He can volley. He can head. He can score free kicks. Man can dribble. Man's got skills. Man will not like. He's just a baller, man. He's just a baller. And obviously, a lot of people just remember the latter stage of his career, but not what he was doing at like Inter. Do you know what I mean, shaved head.
I can't lie. The I am Zlatan thing's a bit cringe sometimes. Where when he starts saying he's a lion and that, I'm like, you can allow that a bit, but
I like that. We ain't got enough personalities, man. Everyone's just saying
it's true. But he's gone too far with the branding. I'm just like, okay, cool. It's nice. Like, you still talk a big talk, but you ain't really that guy anymore. But see, when he was at his peak, like from early to mid noughties, the Inter, the Barca days, cold. Yeah. One of the best strikers of this generation, man.
Facts, man. Facts. John saying we've got Bastin Clarkson, no? Oh, Jesus, in terms of midfield. We got big up to Jamrock. Jamrock saying, this in response to Marquez saying, no, the issue is that McAllister signed his extension before the World Cup, and that's the valuation they came up with, which makes sense. Yeah, maybe so, but like surely a valuation, you can probably bump it up a bit more. Justin Ulysses here saying, hey Jerry, is it true we have submitted a bid for Kessie? Not that I'm aware of, man. Not that I'm aware of. But 100%.
I wouldn't mind Kessie. Yeah, he's kind of cold. I wouldn't mind him. Again, it depends on the fee, but yeah, I'll take him.
Jamrock saying, which Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo or El Fenomeno? No, not El Fenomeno. No. I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. go back, watch Jogo Benito, Cristiano Ronaldo versus Ibrahimovic. You'll see they're basically Cantona.
Right, Cantona, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, with Cantona, and Cantona goes and says, "Oh look, this is Ronaldo." Shows this to Ibra, and then Ibra does the skills. And then they go and they're basically replicating what they're doing. So like one takes a free kick, one hits it off the person's cone, one does this and puts it through. Like it's a good fun watch, man. It's a good fun.
Why don't we see adverts like that anymore? Like the adverts are dead, bro. If I know we ain't really got ballers. Obviously, we've still got ballers now, but it's not the same kind of in terms of flair and that. But bro, you mean to tell me Knight can't get a little Foden, Mbappe, whoever else together and do like a little?
What it is. Back in the day, footballers like put it this way. You see if like mad is like, let me get the equivalent of like now. You see if like Nunes, like let's say they try to do a Nunes and Haaland thing, right? No. As an example, yeah. No. Forget their ability.
I do put it into this.
Wait. I'll do it for a reason. I'll do it. But let's say they try to get a Nunes and a Haaland thing, right?
They'll take it at piss, bro.
No. Because think about it. Like Ancelotti said it best. All the strikers are gone. When you think about the strikers that are emerging now, it's Richarlison, Haaland, Nunes.
Mbappe is there, bro. Mbappe is there.
Right. Mbappe is there, but he's unfair to. All right, let me use Mbappe then. Mbappe and who else can I use, man?
Robert,
let's say Dembele. Let's say Dembele, yeah. And I wanted to do like a video like that. Like who's the skip? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Who's got the most skills in the French national team? Something like that. And they done an advert like that for Nike. They couldn't do that. Because no one knows who Haaland is like that. Mbappe is like that. And what I mean by that is, if you're not into football, yeah, maybe Haaland, maybe Mbappe you'll know. Maybe Mbappe you'll know because he's a bit of a bigger profile. No one knows who Dembele is. Like Dembele could pull up to Lewisham. Only certain man, like, do you know what I mean? Or for Shepherd's Bush. Certain young brothers that are into football, they'll know. But the average person won't go and be like, oh, rah, that's my man. Whereas before, the likes of Figo, Ronaldo, Beckham, Zidane, if they couldn't, they're household names. Like, so like, even if your mum weren't watching football, she knew who that person was. Do you get it? Whereas now, you think my mum knows who Haaland is, bro?
Yeah, it's true. I hear what you're saying. It kind of goes back to the individual flair on the pitch being lost as well. At the moment, it's a systems thing. It's a manager's thing. Because I'm sure if like your mum doesn't know who Haaland is, she probably knows who Pep is, isn't it? She's probably seen Pep more about Pep's kind of more like when you think of Man City, you kind of think of Pep, or you think of Liverpool, you think of Klopp. It's more the managers now and that their tactics. But bro, you mean to tell me we can't see one little for like a major tournament, one little kit launch, like a little video on that? The game's it's dying, man. It's not what it used to be like. It's not what it used to be like.
It's not, man. It's not. We've got Jamrock saying, no, Jerry, the contract was already signed. How can they bump it up more after the fact? No, I was saying that when they were giving him the extension, 35 M's is still like relatively small. Like a lot of people, when they put like release clauses in there, it's mad outrageous. So I mean, if the player comes in, they can't just be outbid and then they can negotiate or do whatever. 35 M's even for McAllister, even if he had a decent season, I would have looked at it and been like, rah, that's mad pricey. Morgan Gibbs-White went for 40 M's, 45 M's.
Facts.
Do you know what I mean? And this brother was like playing for the Argentinian national team. That's what I'm talking about. He then goes on to say, I don't care about that Cristiano Ronaldo. I thought you were talking about the original Ronaldo. I would have told you that you just plugged out the sun and brought darkness to the stream, you know. No, man, no. Come on, that's my favorite player of all time, man. I can't even do that.
Cristiano.
No. El Phenomenal. No, yeah. He's like for me, like with a certain other Brazilian, there's not even an argument, man. There's not even an argument.
What, with him and who?
Like Ronaldinho, there's not even an argument for me, man. There's not even an argument. I don't want to hear it. I know.
You know what it is, yeah? I'd say Ronaldo is the best striker I've ever seen. Even though I was born like a little bit, not past his peak, but I was like a little bit too young to appreciate him. But
yeah, same.
When I'm talking about like enjoyment and like flair, No, man. Let me land. When I'm talking about enjoyment and flair, like when I used to watch you, I didn't care whether you're an op or I'm supporting you. You just kind of moved me whenever I used to see you playing that. And I don't know if it's because around the time when he came around, I was like, what, 10, 11. YouTube was starting to build as well. Like, it's everything mixed together. I mean, talking about that.
And
He
the
had
thing is,
the streets on lock. Ronaldinho had the streets on lock.
So but I hear that. Look, I've got a signed. Like I met Ronaldinho when I was younger. So I've got a signed jersey. I've got a signed jersey that's just hanging up. But what I'm saying is, I get it. But what I'm saying is, as an adult, when I take all of that away, when I look at the goals, when I look at the fact that they called him Ronaldinho because they called him Little Ronaldo.
Yeah,
Little Ronaldo, because of my man.
I said,
who was doing the flip flap in that Brazilian thing first? Ronaldo, bro. Who was doing this step up?
He is little bro. He is little bro, but it's like, bro, it's the same as the Hardy boys, isn't it? Jeff Hardy's the younger brother, but I just prefer him, innit?
But Jeff Hardy's the better one, though. That's different.
You can argue the two. You can argue the two and say Matt.
No, you know Jeff Hardy's the better one, man. Matt Hardy was the side man. Bro, even the cat's moving mad in the back as soon as you said that, bro.
He was. But sometimes little bro is still the one that is I don't know, like it's just the cooler one, innit? I still think Ronaldinho is like just cooler than Ronaldo. When I used to watch him play, he used to give me a different kind of feeling. But in terms of like raw ability, I hear what you're saying. Ronaldo.
Kai saying, all I'm saying is I think the Naby Keita was injury free before joining LFC. Facts. We got Minimal saying Ibra was a bad man. Who else we got? Francis McCallum. Big up to Francis saying, what time will McAllister be announced? 6 p.m. people. Like I say 6 p.m. They got to time it so everyone's coming back from work. People are locked into their phones. It will be 6 p.m. It will definitely be 6 p.m. Jamrock saying McAllister played 3,300 minutes last season in all comps. Okay, it's good. Better than what Naby Keita and Chamberlain are providing. So anything's not great on that.
I don't even know if they got that combined.
We got Mo Khalif. Big up to Mo Khalif saying, what's up, JJ? Big up to also saying, big up Ish. Liverpool bought a Mac for 35. Listen, the Mac 10 got caught for 35. Listen, I'm telling you, certain Chirac man are impressed with that figure as well, man. They'll be like, what? A Mac 10 for 35? I was paying 50 G's, like that. We got McAllister saying, what? We signed McAllister for 35 bags. Holy guacamole. Facts. We got Jamrock saying, obviously, look, Ronaldo's the best player I've ever seen in my life. Pace, power, skill, kicked with both feet, just video game settings. Facts. Man, don't you remember what he done to Ghana?
Bruv, don't you?
He's a bit overweight. Man just done a step over thing, like it was comfy.
Ankle breakers, bruv.
Kingston was left. That keeper was shit as well. Excuse my language.
Keeper
was terrible, man.
It's peak. But you know what?
That keeper looked like an uncle that just works in like the restaurant somewhere, man. They just picked him up and said, "We need a keeper. He's decent with his hands."
The baggy kit as well, man. It is crazy, but you know what it is for me. Yeah, some of my early like favorite football memories is Ronaldinho, bro. You remember that World Cup against the flipping Seaman? Everyone went into school to watch it, even though England got knocked out. That's like an early memory for me.
But do you know what's mad though? You see, even there, he weren't like even the main breader in that team.
He was a little bro in that team. I know they had Rivaldo.
I was little bro, but when I was looking, like for example, when I remember that team, even myself, like although I remember Ronaldinho being in there, like if I had met him then, like if I had been asked, like get to the side, it was Roberto Carlos, Ronaldo, and Ronaldo.
He'll be taking a picture. You'll just be there.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's crazy. For me, Ronaldinho only blew up when he touched Barca. Like that. That's the sting.
But remember the goal on his debut?
It was crazy. It was done.
Bro, half the length of the pitch, step over, then top bins, bro. This guy is different. He was actually different. John's even saying as well, the goal against Chelsea with the little jinky and then the toe punt. But how many times did you try that toe punt afterwards? And the ball just goes flipping the high or you're leaning back too far.
Bruv, if you were playing fives, back when I was playing five, that toe punt was just pure futsal and five-a-side, bruv. You stand there, go boom, you just toe punt it. Like that was dumb. It was crazy. He actually
the TM poses, bruv.
Yeah. But are we forgetting, They see the branding thing actually started with El Fenomeno as well. Man had the R9 Rolex.
Yeah.
Are you taking the mic? The
Even and then the
R9
boots,
Rolex.
and the boots
Brenda's
as well.
researched that. He had the R9 Rolex that only certain man could get. But the thing is, I hear you. The Ronaldinho thing, it coincided with the
It's the
emergence
timing.
of
As well.
YouTube.
It's the timing.
YouTube is timing. It's like whole.
He was the
marketing,
first player.
branding, yeah.
I was watching his comps. Forget Gerrard. I'm sorry, yeah. Forget Gerrard. Forget any NFC player. Forget any. I'll even be real. If I'm talking English ballers, it was Rooney. It was a Rooney thing. If I'm talking about comps and like who's like the actual like street ballers, it was Rooney first. Gerrard is in the conversation as well, but Ronaldinho was the guy who I was watching his comps before anyone else. I think I just got that special attachment to him. But Ronaldo, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say like Ronaldo's a scrub. When people try to say fat Ronaldo and stuff, I'm always like, no, have some respect. It's R9 or Ronaldo, innit? It's Christian. We put C Ronaldo on his thing. He's CR7. He's not R7. Let's not get that twisted. Let's not get that twisted.
McAllister saying how long before McAllister gets back to sender, man. Back to sender, bro. Back to sender.
I need to start burning the sage in that. That's mad.
John saying, what does this whole he's a World Cup winner even mean? Like, man was that integral with all due respect. Allow the hype. I agree.
Nah, I agree and disagree with what John is. He was integral. Let's not try and.
No. But ish. I'm gonna give you 3 players. Yeah, 3 players in that team that you could say were the top, like, main key components of that team.
Obviously,
Messi's one of them. Who's the other 2?
For me, I would say Martinez in goal.
Yeah.
And I would say it's hard to say because in the final alone, Di Maria was clutch. He actually is the one that got them to that point in the final. But in terms of the whole tournament, are you going to say Enzo was better than him? That's what I want to know because I think him and Enzo was about the same. If you remember, but if you remember, McAllister didn't start. They started with flipping. What's my man called? Atletico Don. The pool. It was him, Thingy, and someone else. I can't even remember. McAllister came in, I think, after the first game when they got beaten in it. He steadily grew in the competition. I think I would say he balled out, got an assist in the final as well. He's in the conversation of one of their top 3 players. He might be 4th, he might be 5th, but he's in the conversation. And whether it's him or Enzo is better, it's up to preference. They kind of play different roles anyway. But I do think Liverpool fans need to allow the World Cup winner on our team. That the World Cup has been and gone already. It was last year. Like,
do you know who I would have said? I would have said Acuna though, the one the left back.
Left back.
I think
he was good. He was good. But I'm not going to give it to left back. I'm not going to say left back was the reason why Argentina won the World Cup. Like he was steady. Next time we talk about Trent,
I'm going to use that same analysis.
Bro. You know what? Wait, I think he might have got the winning pen. You know, I think he got the pen.
He did.
He got the winning pen.
He did.
I think he got the winning pen. But no, I'm not. Allow it, man. I know Trent and Robert are redefining fullback, but you can't tell me a fullback's the reason why a nation won the World Cup. Like he was good, but McAllister was levels as well.
But no, do what's crazy. Big up to Uncle Albert. Uncle Albert saying that he was very integral. He was officially man of the match against Poland. Assisted the first goal in the final and scored a goal. He runs rings. Man. I agree. But guess what's crazy? I'm half Polish, and I can tell you, Poland were trash in that game. Poland were absolute garbage in that. So I can't use that as an excuse. We've got a question for you, Albert, for you, Ish.
Yeah, of course, man. Half and half Ghanaian, half Nigerian, but yeah. African blood till the end, bro.
There we go, man. We got Ravi saying, question, Ish and Jerry. Can McAllister play a full 90 every week? He's going to have to, man. He's going to have to.
I hope so.
Albert saying, Jerry Watcher, man, we'll remember you chatting shit when you come back home. I watched that match in the other stadium. Essen was suspended and Adriano was offside. Oh, watch it about the Ghana thing. Like Kingston. To be fair, Essen always bottled it for Ghana, man.
Flipping, my man was always better than them, innit?
Appiah.
Yeah.
And Appiah's a don. Have you seen it? Have you seen it now? Have you seen his physique now?
Was he still in shape?
Man, ask Albert. Still fit.
Like a Fernando Torres thing. He got just
No. Like I'm talking like a Seedorf thing.
Right. Okay. Quick.
Yeah, like a
He plays soccer, right, didn't it, bro? He still looks like he can play now.
Yeah, no, he could. He could
go in Saudi and do madness right now.
100%. We got D Dub saying FSG aren't off the hook yet. Who are we bringing in next? John Henry. Facts. We got Jasker and Sandu saying, John, you really going to say McAllister wasn't important in the Argentina team?
Talk the thing, man. Talk the thing.
See, look. Albert saying SN is an arse, man. I told you. We got McAllister saying, who cares if he was the best player? He's 35 M's and he's way better than what we have doing what we have doing bits for us. I agree. That's the point. We're just talking about something else. But 100%, he starts for us. He's the best midfielder we've got at the club. He's going to have to be clutch. He's going to have to do everything right now. At this point, if we don't sign anyone else, he needs to be Gerrard reincarnated with a bit of Messi in him as well. That's what's going to have to be, man.
That's another thing as well. He's got the Messi cosign. No one can argue with that, because when they were balling out for Argentina, they were popping it between them. And if Messi don't rate, he's not doing that. If say Henderson was Argentinian, you think Messi's going to be popping the ball and getting 1-2s back? I don't think so. So he must be a baller.
There we go, man. Last comment of the day from Jamrock saying, Jerry, how do you feel about the Jude deal? 100 million plus 30% of the base fee in add-ons and picture him playing for Klopp with his knee issues and being overplayed. The deal's what I expected. Apparently it's 100 million euros as well, so probably a bit less when you're talking about in regards to pounds, but still 100 million. 30% of the base in add-ons. What add-ons are they? Is it like him winning the Ballon d'Or? I don't know what add-ons they are, but it's what we expected Jude would cost. I don't know why Liverpool were in for him then in the first place.
That's it.
Like, as in, what did they think they could pull off a 60 million deal or something like that? If they did, they're crazy. I think
it depends as well on how much Madrid are paying up front. You'd imagine they'd be able to pay a lot of it up front, whereas we'd be doing a flipping 10-year Klarna payment plan. So I think Dortmund probably wanted a large proportion of it up front, which I don't think we were willing to do. Listen, like we said before, the club made the decision. They need to now follow it up and prove to us why they made the right one.
Yeah, facts. Oh, I didn't read this. Sorry, I didn't see this question saying you watched Rice live. What did you think? I think he's good, man. I think do you remember when he got back and he made that last-minute challenge at the London Stadium? I don't know who took the shot. Was it Salah? I think it was Salah. Salah took the shot and he came back and just won it. I liked him, man. I liked him a lot.
He's quality.
Yeah, he's good. He's better than I thought. He's better than I thought live.
How much would you? And also, I think he's one who will flourish by playing with better players as well. Like West Ham have got some decent players going forward, but their midfield is a bit dead. Like, you rate Paqueta quite highly, and he's got better towards the end of the season. But I feel like Paqueta and Souček is not the best midfield to be playing with. To be honest, you expect him to kind of level up when he plays with better players.
Yeah, I hear you. Jamal, big up for the super chat. Much appreciated. Saying, if you guys missed it, watch Zlatan's rant after a game with Saint Etienne. He went ham on the whole country of France. Certified GOAT. I do remember that, man. He's a G. Albert saying he's exceptional. Rice is better than we give him credit for. Facts. He's a solid. But when I saw him live, I was like, oh, okay. I get why he's that guy, man. 100% get why he's that guy. But look, people. That's it for today. Until further notice. I mean, if it gets announced, God knows, I might have to come back live. I might have to come back on. But look, McAllister, 35 M's. He's been pictured. Medical probably done already. The announcement's probably going to be formally announced today at 6. So, guys, make sure we're hitting our notification bell and we're staying up to date with the channel so we can get that news to you as soon as possible. Please, obviously, stay tuned as well because we've got a lot of changes coming on the channel as well. So, we're just doing that in the background. So myself and G are working overtime along with Ish as well to get all that sorted. Before we head off, Ish, let the people know where they can slap the captions as well, because the captions, they're all over the place right now. People are saying, is it on the equalizer? They're reading verses and they feel like Ish is chatting in their ear. That's how crazy it is right now, man.
I'm everywhere, bro. I'm everywhere. We're leveling it up, obviously doing bits of verses, still running the equalizer account as well. So yeah, you can find me all kinds of places. The McAllister cap is ready to drop. And I dropped one on Zlatan yesterday as well, so go check that out. Obviously, it's the equalizer __ on all the socials. But yeah, you guys make sure you slap the like on this button on this stream as well, because we had a good little stream today. It's quite positive. It feels like we're looking up. We'll see.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Last one before we head out, man. Ish. So when Ghana and Nigeria are playing, who do you support?
Listen, I'll win either way.
You bowled it.
I support the winning team in it. But
I hear you, man.
I'll be real. Both teams are kind of washed right now. So it's
Endman saying, look, I think Bellingham was the right player at the wrong time. If we would have sorted the the deal long time ago, then Jude would have been perfect off of the mid long term. Yeah, I agree, man. But look, I think the manager's got a lot to say for certain players not coming as well. But look, McAllister, 35 million done. Please let us know if you're watching on the replay what you think of the deal. 35 M's, is that a good deal? Is it a poor deal? Are you looking forward to it? What do you think of Kone and Thuram coming in? Listen, we're going to be chopping this up this week as well, so please make sure we're staying tuned. We realize there's 50 people to the building. Make sure we're smashing the like as always. Until next time, stay blessed. It's been the Jerry James Show, and we are out. Take it easy.